Collagen is the most abundant protein in your body and is essentially the glue that holds you together. In fact, after age 20, people produce 12% less collagen in their skin each decade. Collagen depletion is what makes you look old. Most collagen supplements do not provide the hydrolyzed bioactive collagen peptides that enable your body to digest collagen properly, plus it tastes badly. BioTrust gives you the 5 most available kinds of collagens that dissolve easily in hot or cold liquids with zero taste. You can add it to your coffee, tea, or smoothies, or even baked goods recipes. So to look and feel younger fast, go to www.healthwithbill.com. Good morning. I'm still reporting on those wascally Democrats. Along with all the other political controversies on the table, 2021 is a redistricting year. When the final 2020 census figures are reported, states are required to draw new congressional districts to match the census figures so that each member of the House will represent the same number of people, with the notable exception of states that only have one representative like Wyoming. Because of the census, some states will have more representatives. Texas is projected to pick up 3 and North Carolina 1. Red states are gaining representatives in general, and blue states are losing them as the population shifts to states with lower taxes, less intrusive government, and fewer unions. It is estimated that for the first time ever, California is going to lose a representative because people, and more importantly corporations, are fleeing the high taxes and overregulation of the state. The left has launched an all-out attack on Republican state legislatures being allowed to redistrict. According to the Democratic Party and the far-left not-so-mainstream media, there are 2 ways that redistricting should be done. One is that legislatures with a Democratic majority should be allowed to redistrict their states as they see fit, as has always been the case in the past. States with a Republican majority should have a nonpartisan redistricting commission in charge of redistricting. The hypocrisy would be stunning if it were not so common. Back when Democrats controlled most of the state legislatures, having state legislatures in charge of the redistricting was seen as fair. The people of the state elected a majority of Democratic state representatives and senators, and they should be allowed to redistrict any way they saw fit. They were, after all, elected by the voters of the state. But Republicans now control the state legislatures of 30 states. In many of those states, Republicans won control of the legislature in districts drawn by the Democrats, and the Democrats had, of course, drawn the districts to give them as much of an advantage as legally possible, and the Republicans still won. But the far-left not-so-mainstream media sees Republicans as evil, and allowing them to redraw districts for their advantage is wrong. In many cases, the left has been able to find liberal judges appointed by liberal presidents who would agree. The basic premise of the left, and in particular, the far-left not really mainstream media, is Democrats good, Republicans bad. Unfortunately for them, the voters of the country don't agree. And after this last election, we now know a bit more about how elections are run than we did before. But for the rest of the year, in states with Republican legislatures, the far-left not really mainstream media will be demanding that the districts be drawn by a nonpartisan commission. The Democrats are using this quote from the New York Times. Gerrymandering will protect Republicans who challenge the election. Of the 139 House Republicans who voted to object to Mr. Biden's Electoral College victory, 85 come from states in which Republicans will control all levers of the redistricting process this year. A Democrat email also states, Republican and radical gerrymandering should be illegal. Republican gerrymandering should be illegal, but not Democratic gerrymandering. You expect this from the Democratic Party, but the far-left not really mainstream media will be echoing these talking points as if they were true and not hyper-partisan rhetoric. The demand for nonpartisan redistricting is not the least bit nonpartisan. If it were, then the Democrats would have already switched the 18 states where they control the legislature to nonpartisan redistricting commissions. In other words, if it is such a great idea, let the Democrats go first, where they have control, and we'll see how it works. But that isn't going to happen because, according to the Democrats and the not really mainstream media, there is nothing wrong with Democrats redistricting. Only Republican redistricting is bad. I'm still reporting from just outside the citadel of world freedom. Good day. Every doctor on TV says that we all need to boost our immune systems. And STEM Enhance does that in a unique way by increasing blood levels of your own adult stem cells, the backbone of your immune system, by over 30% in just 1 hour. Click on the link in the description box below for details.